All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I'm Michael Copeland. I'm with Stormio AI. Stormio AI is the foundation for your business when you want to do AI. So you can do AI voice calling, you can do AI email generation, you can post stuff on social media with AI. You can have it write emails with AI. You can build websites with AI and funnels with AI. So that's StormioAI.com. Today, we are doing episode 2 of our AI Workflow Practitioner Certification Series. So I'm going to bring on Stephen Edwards. Now, I've known Stephen Edwards for a long time. If you've seen episode 1, if you have not seen episode 1, go back and take a look at that because we're doing this in succession here. So today is day 2, episode 2. And I'm going to bring Stephen Edwards on. He is your AI business guy. Well, I'm going to let him talk to you about what he has for you because it's pretty amazing. I love it myself. Hey, Stephen, how's it going?
Good. Thank you, Michael, for having me on. Yes, I am Stephen Edwards. I'm your AI business guy. Tell you just a little brief history about myself. I spent 20 years as a CPA, specializing mostly in internal audit. I got out of the corporate world and went into real estate. I was a real estate agent for about 10 years. Toward the tail end of that, I decided that I love coaching, and I was a coach for a real estate agent. And toward the tail end of that tenure, I discovered a little thing called ChatGPT and AI, and I decided from that point forward, all of my focus was going to be around coaching and teaching and consulting around AI. So I've been doing this for about 2 years. I work under a company called Simple AI, and we're a group of about 130 fractional professionals that have come together to mastermind AI in the workplace. And what Michael and I are going to do today, and you'll have the opportunity to do well, one of our programs, one of our introductory level programs is called the AI Workflow Practitioner. It's a 9-part series. And like Michael said, we are in part 2 now. And let me just show you, because you have the ability to do this yourself. Let me just show you what we are working with and also working toward. Is it all right? Share my screen, Michael?
Yeah, absolutely. Go right ahead.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this one.
Yeah, so like I said, I work for Simple. One of our we have a number of AI programs. I think we teach AI very much different than any other company that's out there, any other company that I've ever seen, and it's very much a practical teaching. Is basically you teach, you learn as you go, and as you're applying to your actual business. So every time you go through sessions, you actually, at the end of a session, you actually have a finished final product. It's not a matter of learning a lot of theory. It's a matter of we're going to learn it by actually putting it to work with us. Here's the offer that I have for you today, and I think Michael will flash this on the screen from time to time. It's $4,000 in AI training free from Simple. And what you're going to get, the first thing you're going to get, and what we're going to do today, is become certified first as a workflow practitioner and then as a workflow expert. So if you were to sign up, what you're going to get, I'm going to show you. You're going to get the workflow practitioner certification option, 9-part series, plus a exam. Each piece, you will have a certificate of completion. And then if you finish all 9 sections and take a exam, you will get a certification for that. In addition to that, one person in your company, and if you're a single person company, you're going to get this forever free as well, as the workflow expert certification. Same thing as the 9-part series. You get certificates of completion for every step along the way, and then take an exam, pass the exam, and you will get a certification as a AI workflow expert. If you're not a single owner in your business, if you have employees or you have other people in the idea with this one is that the first person to either claim it or strategically become the kind of an AI champion for your company, they will get this for free, and it will be forever free. So this first one, forever free for you. The second one, forever free for someone within your company. In addition to that, we have something called the AI MBA program. It takes you from basically all aspects of the company. It's got over 3,200 built-in workflow prompts in there ready for you to go. So that is something that is typically, we charge $1,000 a year subscription, but you will get that for free for 30 days, so you can try that on for size as well. It is fantastic. In fact, it's probably my favorite program of all of these.
Yeah, me too. As a marketer myself, like I dove into the marketing piece, and I mean, yeah, it is, you know, it says 3,200. I mean, it is well worth its weight in gold, like well worth it.
Mm-hmm. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take you into my platform. I'm going to show you what you're going to get by looking through my platform. If you were to sign up for this, your platform would look a little bit different. What you're going to see on my side is, because I am a consultant, I get everything. You won't get everything, but I'll be able to show you the pieces that you would get with your subscription. And we're going to start right here. This is the AI Workflow Practitioner. As you can see, it's 9 steps along the way. These are the topics. And the way this works, we have a belief that more and more and more companies are going to demand that if you are to either come into their fold as an employee, or if they were to hire you from outside as a consultant, you're going to have to be able to demonstrate that you have AI skills. The common question is going to be not the typical, you know, interview any longer. It's going to be, and how would you do this job with AI? That is going to become prominent. We believe that to be true. We know workforce out there is going to need to have skills in AI. So how do you prove that you have those skills? We are a company that our hope and vision is that we become the most recognized and trusted brand in the AI certification space. This is one of our many AI certification programs. How it would work is, today we're going to work, we've already done corporate strategy roadmap. Michael and I have done that before. Today we're going to work on the MVP validation report. And how it would work is you simply click the button to use the workflow. This is entire workflow. Michael, we're not doing this yet. I'm just demonstrating what we're going to be doing. All you would do is copy that prompt, place that prompt into your favorite large language model. Mine is ChatGPT, but it would work the same way if you're using, Claude or any of the other LLMs as well. It would work the very same way. Then once you get through that entire session, all you then have to do is paste the chat into this and submit it here. Someone from Simple, along with some AI help, will grade that for you. And if you get a passing grade on that, you will get a certification. For example, here is my certification for the AI Workflow Practitioner. And those become handy too, because I'm going to go to my LinkedIn profile.
Yeah, I was just going to say, posting that on LinkedIn and even printing it out. And, you know, if you have a job, printing it out and putting it on your wall in your cubicle, you know, it's going to show that you have, that you know that you're learning AI, right? That you have certifications that you've done this stuff. It's very important, very, very important.
So you can see under my license and certification section, I have this AI ROI is from Simple Academy. You scroll down through, I've done some other courses outside as well, but you can see I've done quite the number in the using the Simple Academy. And that is beneficial because I want to be known as a thought leader within AI. I am also working to become hired in the AI space. So if somebody were looking at my LinkedIn profile, they can see that I've made some extra effort to get skilled in the AI space. And that's how that would work for you. Let's go back into simple, within your platform that you would receive, you would also get this AI CV section, and that is essentially where all your certifications after you have received them is a resting place for those that you can easily access those. Let me show you again how that would work. Click on that, and there again is my certification space. And Michael we've done the first one. His status is pending, correct, Michael?
Yep, my status is pending. So,
Okay.
I copied the whole chat, put it in there, submitted it for certification, for review, and it's pending. So,
Okay. Perfect. So we are going. If you're ready, Michael, we're going to get ready and we're going to do this together today. Is that all right?
I am ready. I am ready. Let me.
All right.
I'm going to pull up my MVP validation report.
So first step was if you were creating a company first, you have to create a vision. That's what the corporate strategy roadmap was for. Next, you have to see if your product that you're planning to put into the market is actually viable. And that's what this MVP is going to do for us today. So as I mentioned before, I'm going to click in here and use the workflow. And Michael, if you just follow along with us. And Michael, if you have any questions along the way, feel free to interrupt me. If
Okay.
there's ever a point that you want to share your screen, that's fine as well. Just let me know, okay?
Okay.
All right, so we're going to do use this workflow, and I'm just going to copy the entire workflow here. So it has been copied. Now I'm going to go into ChatGPT. One thing too, Michael, do you work with projects? Have you done anything working in projects?
I do. So I'm actually doing this in a real world it's an offer that I'm doing for food trucks.
Okay.
It's built on top of Stormio AI, so it's an offer built on food trucks. So inside ChatGPT, I have a project called Loyal Fuel. That's where I'm putting all of my chats in there. So I have the corporate strategy roadmap in there, and then I just pasted this into that project right now.
Okay, very good. So mine is going to be just a tad bit different. And those that are following along, I would suggest, and it takes a paid version to be able to do this. You can't create programs with free version. Everything that I'm showing you today is being done from the paid version, which is the $20 a month version. So not very expensive to do so. And my suggestion is you're going to want to do this pretty much very quickly if you haven't already done it.
Yeah.
But I have already created, because I've worked on this in the past, I created a project called Pam, and Pam is my chat bot. Her name is Pam. Pam, the workflow practitioner. So I've created a project for that already. So I'm going to just work in there. And can't remember what files already have in here. The cool thing about working in projects is you can create files behind the scene, and they can work across any chat that I have going here. Is basically a great reference point. In addition to that, you can also add some, don't know if I have not, but you can also add some custom instructions as well. And anything that you do under this umbrella of a project will apply to every chat session you have going on within that project. Okay, that makes sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. And Stephen and I are coming at this from we're solopreneurs. We have our own businesses, but I know that I've said it many times is if you are an employee and you are not AI enabled, then you are probably going to be out of business. I mean, I know that, the big news over the past couple of weeks was Salesforce laid off 4,000 people in their customer service department because they have AI doing that now. But what I'm thinking is if you're in middle management, if you're the person that brings AI to the place that you work, especially going through these certifications and increasing your value, showing hey, I know AI, I've been doing these certifications and that sort of thing. When you go through this, and this is free, right? This is free. When you go through and you get these certifications and you bring this to your work, to your job, you are going to be more valuable. So when they do lay off people, they're probably going to keep you because you're more valuable because you know AI already.
Mm-hmm.
So you really have to start thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if you're a business owner and you're not using AI, I mean, you're gonna might lose out to the one that is, to the person who is using it, to the business that
Mm-hmm.
is using it, your competitor.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I'm gonna get off my soapbox here.
And that is one of the, I say one of the main areas is basically um, really mid-career executives, entrepreneurs, um, is who I'm trying to help. And in mid-career, those are typically people that may be at a middle management type position. Because I think this is something, if you see this, if you see AI as a threat, then I have, working with me, I want to help protect those people, help protect where they are right now, because AI could be a threat to those people. If you see AI as an opportunity, then fantastic. I see it as an opportunity as well. But if you're at a mid-level position and also a mid-career type position, I think that's who I am best certified to help people that would describe themselves in that category.
Yeah, I mean,
All
to
right.
be honest, I think that those are the people that are most at risk. You know.
Yeah. 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 I do want to explain this down here at the bottom. This is a little Chrome extension that I have. It's kind of an upgrade that I have paid for, not through ChatGPT. It actually works on uh, any any prompt software. Like we're gonna possibly look at NotebookLM later, so it'd work in that. It work in Claude. It works in Gemini. But this is not something you have to have. It's a nice to have. I absolutely love it, but I didn't want to confuse you by the fact that you may not see these at the bottom that I'm showing you now. So don't want to confuse you with that. All right, so we have copied that prompt, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to paste it here, and then we are going to let it go. And Michael, you can do the same thing.
Yes, I am. It is working.
Okay.
One of the things that that you did on episode 1, the corporate strategy roadmap, was you loaded in a few different documents, and then you just had AI basically. You just basically said, "Hey, why not? You already know about me, and you kind of know what I would answer. Just why don't you just answer it yourself?" And I
Done.
thought that that was great. While I'm over here typing all these big answers to all these questions, you're sitting there just going along, and I'm like, okay, this time I put this into a project where it already knows a lot about what we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
So now I get to do that.
Yeah. 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 That's a little shortcut that I have learned, especially when I'm doing demos. I don't like to have everybody watching me type a lot of information. So I first started that as a demo, but it's the best practice. I use it even offline when I'm not doing demos as well. I haven't loaded up the right documents for this one, so it may or may not work the same way. But so here's the thing. Projects, and you have a little toggle switch to determine how you want them to work. Within projects, you can say, I want all this information to basically reside here within this project, but I don't want it to go outside of this project. I usually allow uh, my information to be shared amongst everything that I'm doing in ChatGPT. So with that in mind, the ChatGPT is learning a lot about me even on its own without me specifically telling it to. So we'll see how it goes on this one. But here's the first step. We're at step 1. There's going to be 5 steps to do. And step 1 is that would you like just a brief overview of what we're going to do? I would definitely like to do that. So we're going to type yes in here now. And Michael, if I get ahead of you or something, if you need me to slow down, speed up, just let me know, okay?
I mean, one of the things about each person's ChatGPT is, Steven's been working with his in, working on different projects. I've been working on different projects, and basically we're having different conversations, right? So
Mm-hmm.
even though we're using the same prompt, we're going to get two totally different conversations here. And
Mm-hmm.
I think you said it in episode 1 where you were something about prescriptions. I can't remember exactly what you said, but it was a great analogy. Can you
Yeah,
bring that up again?
yeah, absolutely. The analogy I use is that if AI is working with us, is right now it's working with me, and it's also working with Michael. We started both with the same exact prompt, but AI working with Michael wants to give a prescription that is unique and applies to Michael, while AI working with me wants to give me a prescription for me. I kind of liken it that if we go into it, we're both at this point have gone into doctor's office to do an eye exam. But that's where the conversation starts to be different. Michael's eyes are different than mine. We don't want the same prescription. Our prescription should be different. So
Yeah.
that's what we're working here. So anyway, here's what we're going to do. With this one, we're going to do 5 steps. Step 1 is define your MVP and assumptions. Step 2 is design the pilot test. Step 3 is set success metrics and data collection methods. Step 4 is to document the findings and insight. And step five is to finalize the validation report. Okay, so we're at step 4. Pam, our AI, is asking, can you share your MVP idea and key assumptions you're making? This is where I'm going to see if I can do this. I am going to use the little cheat down here at the bottom. So I do have one in here saved in my prompts.
See,
And
I love that. I know you've been using that little what is it, a Chrome plugin?
mhm.
You've been using that for a long time, and when you do this, you're just like, I'm just going to pull up this prompt I use all the time. I'm like, man, that's so helpful.
I don't want anybody to see me have to struggle to type. So I am going to add some files here because again, the way AI works, the better the context is on the front end, the better the answers are going to be on the back end. It already knows a lot about me because it's been working with me for a long time now. But sometimes I like to say, well, let's just go over this quick summary about me again to kind of jog your memory on me a little bit. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do here. So I'm going to add some documents.
Yeah, especially like me, if I'm typing and I'm on mic, you're not going to hear me talking unless I
Mhm.
talk what I type. Otherwise, I can't talk about something other. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I cannot. That's just the way my brain works. If I'm
Mhm.
typing, I can't talk about something else really because
I'm going to give it this document. I'm also going to go through here. Michael, I asked you this before. I don't think you were familiar with it. I recently
Oh
took
yeah,
let's see, I spelled it wrong apparently.
yeah, the Clifton strengths analysis. I'm gonna have to find out how to take that test.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's kind of like if you've ever done a DISC assessment, it's kind of like a DISC assessment on steroids is the way I would describe it.
Okay.
Um, let's see if there's any other things that I want to put in here.
I'm gonna actually.
All right, so I have placed 4 documents: my resume, which is actually a LinkedIn profile, a short about me document, and my Clifton strengths, and also a longer document about me. So those are things that I have collected and summarized, and I feed back into AI just to jog its memory a little bit, get it there a little bit faster than it can on its own. So
Okay.
I've told it to use these documents and then to answer on my behalf. All right, so I should no longer have to type. It's going to answer on my behalf based on what it thinks is the right answer, and then I will have a chance to edit if I choose to do so along the way. Okay.
Yeah, that's great. And for me, I'm putting this into a project where I've done a lot of work with ChatGPT on Loyal Fuel. So I just it asked me, what is the MVP? I'm like, well, based on what you know about Loyal Fuel, why don't you go ahead and answer this?
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
did, and it was a great answer.
Okay. Let's see what I get. So searching the files. All right, and this is true. My MVP is running AI enablement optimization and workshop series. And today, working with Michael, this is one example of those workshops that I'm trying to do. So that is my MVP definition. Okay, it's got some core assumptions about. Again, it's looking at me, and if you can see these here, in this little clouded, it's where it's actually gone into this document and to find this as being the answer. That's how that works. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So does this draft capture your MVP? I am going to keep it simple today and say, yes, it does. Move to step 2. Are you also on step 2, Michael?
Yeah, I'm going to basically, it's asking me the same thing. Is what we captured here great, or would you like me to go on to step 2? I'm going to say it's great. It's great. Let's go on.
No. And for this demo, I'm just trying to keep it simple and keep us moving. We've got a limited amount of time for this particular workshop, but if you're doing it on your own, take as much time as you need to. Okay. Make sure you get it right.
And for me, I mean, I am building this business with all of this. Like, you are going to watch, like, the launch of this business is going to be based on all of the stuff that we're doing here.
Very good. So mine, the draft pilot test design, the objective, validate that executives and entrepreneurs were engaged with your AI enablement workshops, and that these sessions will convert into one-on-one demos and client engagements. Yes, that's my objective here. That's what I want to happen. So it's giving me a launch method, target audience, a test duration, engagement funnel, and pilot deliverables.
Wow, this is kind of like what we're actually doing right now.
Yeah, we are. So that's pretty cool. So again, it's going to allow me to edit this if I need to. I am not. I'm going to say, yes, this is good. Continue to step 3.
Man, this just, I really have, my offer is really like a Godfather offer. It is like an offer they can't refuse. And with all of the stuff that I'm adding to my offer, this little prompt just added one thing that I haven't even included into it, which is, it said optional add-ons, if ready, are review request workflows. And I'm like, I didn't even put that in there. I mean, most food trucks don't have a listing on Google, but why not? Man, this is great.
So on my end, what we're trying to do is draft success metrics and data collection. So if we got an idea for a project, it told us on the previous 2 steps what to do, but now it's telling me if you were to do that, here is some data you will need to collect to figure if things are working. You know, one thing that me as an auditor, my experience as an auditor, and going in and auditing, I was mostly auditing processes and objectives, company objectives, that kind of thing. My question is, how do you know when it's working? How do you know when it's not working? And that's the question. So this is trying to give me some information here to let me know whether things are working or not working. Okay.
Yeah, and I was actually an IT security auditor. So I was on the IT side. You were on the financial side. Mm-hmm. So, we work with 2 totally different companies and everything. But yeah, the audit side of things is how do you test to make sure that this is going to work?
So that looks, I'm going to slowly scroll through it, but It looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, I'm reading mine too, and I'm like, yeah, coming up with these test metrics is, I mean, this is really good because I haven't gotten to this part. Like, I'm coming up with the offer, but then now this is like, okay, this is suggesting let's get 3 to 5 customers, right? So 3 to 5 food trucks, let's put them on loyal fuel, and then it's literally telling me, here's the metrics that we're going to measure to see if this even works, right? And I'm like, oh wow, this is this is great.
Yep.
Man.
So I am ready on my side. I'm ready. I said information looks good. I'm ready to continue to step 4. Is that where you are as well,
Yep,
Michael?
that's exactly where I'm at too.
Okay. All right. Let's continue to step 4. Step 4 is document findings and insights. So now we've captured data. Now we need to document the findings and insights from that data. That's what this stage is all about. Okay. So it's given me some sections here. Preliminary findings from pilot workshops, qualitative feedback themes, insights for iteration. And I'm going to go through again a little bit slower, but read through this, make sure everything's all right.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, also both of our businesses are definitely totally different than what we're working on, right? So it is, but like even this is, I mean, man, it's even suggesting the like 4 different types of food trucks that I should work with.
That's cool.
I mean, it's yeah, this is really great. I mean, this is great. I mean, you know, we're on this workshop that we're doing right now. I'm gonna definitely take the time to go back and maybe, for example, this is suggesting that I start in Myrtle Beach. I don't want to start in Myrtle Beach. That's too much of a nucleus of it's too big of an area. I want to start in between Myrtle Beach and Charlotte, for example. So in the suburbs there, it's a big growing area. There's a lot of food trucks, and so I would rather start there and get ready to go to a gigantic place like Myrtle Beach or something like that. I mean, I don't want to start and I want to start, have a sample size, figure out what needs to be done, and then continue to move on. But man, the information that I'm getting here is absolutely great.
So mine, if you notice, is working. We don't have live data for this demo. We just have, this is a theory, and so it's come back, well, this is how it would work. So this is first, here are the findings, and then AI is gonna look at those findings and connect the dots and get some feedback themes, and then based on those themes, here's what AI is suggesting that I do going forward based on the data collected and what that data was actually saying. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we are on the final step. So
now mine is asking, do I want to keep this as a fill-in template with placeholders? Or do I want to make changes or something like that? I'm just going to say, let's just move on to the next step. And because I could go back and say like, hey, let's revisit this. And
so I am on the final step, step 5. I'm told everything looks good so far. Let's move to step 5. So we're going to need to do that now. So this is my MVP validation report for AI enablement and optimization workshops.
Yeah, I guess what it was looking for was the actual data, right? You know, this is like, oh, do a 60-day test, make sure you get 4 food trucks, have them test this stuff. Let's get 300 people to join the loyalty program of each food truck and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, I'm not doing that at this particular moment in time, so I can't, you know, so I'm still having it generate the final report without the data, like you said.
The sample reports. So mine looks good. Conclusion is the next step. Pilot confirmed that your MVP addresses market needs and aligns with my strategic objectives. Very good. It's given me some next steps to do. And it's given me, wants to know if I would like this into a final client-ready PDF deliverable. And
Same with me. I'm gonna say yes and see.
I am too. Sometimes this is getting better and better and better. Sometimes this step is a little hit or miss, but it's doing much better. So let's just see what it's going to produce this time.
Yeah, I'm. It's working. It's working on making my PDF here. So yeah. I mean, what this is laid out is, okay, here's your minimum viable product, right? Your MVP. This is how we're going to test it. Here's the measurements, the KPIs, and all that stuff that you need to measure it all. And then this is the test that you're going to run to make sure it's going to work to validate my idea, you know. And if it doesn't work, then that's where you either make changes or you pivot or you just cut bait and do something else, because why build something if it's not validated?
Yeah.
You know. All right, so I got my.
So here's my PDF version of the final report, which looks good and has good information.
Yeah, it's it is pretty good.
All right. So you got one as well, correct, Michael?
Yeah, I did. I think the format is a little bit off. Maybe I'll have it reformatted a little bit, but because you see how your bullets are my bullets are all within a paragraph.
Okay.
So, but you know, that happens with that happens sometimes.
And I suspect that the reasoning is that, again, AI or Pam, my chatbot, has learned my style, and she's proactively putting this information into the style that has met my approval in the past.
Yeah.
So that's why, again, Michael's is going to be different. He's had different history with his chatbot. And yours is called, what do you call yours, Michael? I forgot.
Max.
Max.
It really helps me max out my life, max out my business. I mean, when it comes to ChatGPT, it's my life, right? So it's me. So makes me more efficient, makes my life more efficient, makes my business more efficient. So that's why I call it Max.
Yeah, very good. So here's where I'm going to show you how I use this information, what my next steps are. Is that something that I can share with you, Michael?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so this document is out there on my hard drive. So now I'm going to come over to a product called NotebookLM. NotebookLM is a fantastic product. It's been on the market, I don't know, probably about 3-4 months now. And it's a Google product, and the version that you see now is the free version. I actually have a paid version, which does even more stuff, but I didn't want to confuse you. I didn't want to oversell you. So I'm just going to show you the free version of this. What you can imagine is that on this front page, imagine that you have notebooks, and these are all my collection of notebooks. Okay. And within each notebook, we find a good one to go into.
I personally think NotebookLM is it's a I keep calling it like it's a sleeper. Like people are sleeping on this. It is free and it is so valuable and so usable. Like it is. I man, it is such a great thing, and I don't even use it enough. And I kind of I use it a lot, especially when I'm doing research and that sort of thing. I'll let you go, and then I'll kind of tell how I use it for something.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you this one. So my wife and I are planning a trip spring 2026 to go to Costa Rica with some friends of ours, and so I have just been collecting data on Costa Rica. So let me open this up to explain how it works, and then we're going to go back and use our data from today to create a new notebook. Okay.
Perfect.
So I'm going to click on this one. So imagine again, I got a library full of notebooks, and I have one notebook called Costa Rica. Within that notebook, on the left-hand side, you can add sources to this. So I'm going to click the add here. It's basically, I explained it to Michael before. Imagine that you've got a pantry or refrigerator, and you're stocking your pantry and refrigerator. So these are all the ingredients that you're putting into your pantry and your refrigerator. Well, where do I shop for ingredients? Well, you can shop in a number of places. You can go in and download or upload PDF files, audio files, pretty much anything that you can imagine, you can upload here. Because it's a Google product, it plays very well with Google Documents and also Google Slides. You can bring those into the mix as ingredients. You can also bring website, the URL. If you have a URL for a website, you can bring that into the mix. Or YouTube videos, and that, again, it's a Google product. YouTube is a Google product, and that is fantastic as well, because what it does is it'll bring the whole entire video in here that you can use and reference and watch from, but it's going to strip the audio piece of it out and use that as notes for this project. And if none of that works, you can do a simple copy and paste exercise. Or if none of that works and you want to go out into the internet and bring in some sources, you have the option to go discover other sources as well. So you got a lot of different places that you can shop for ingredients. Does that make sense, Michael?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So for example, let's go into just one of these 20 best beach towns in Costa Rica. I'll show you how this works. I'm going to go into this. It's going to pull up in a summary down below, but this actually came from a URL. So if you click on here, it actually takes you back to that URL. Were you aware of that, Michael? You probably were.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So it's a great way, if you're collecting information, it's just a great repository of anything that you might just happen to need to study up on, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a trip to Barbados, so I don't think I have my NotebookLM on that yet, but I will for sure.
So what can you do with this? So, all right, these are my ingredients. And in the middle section, you're having a chat conversation just like you would on ChatGPT. The only difference is it's in a self-contained environment. It's not going to go out and try to find your answer on the internet with everything. It's going to attempt to find the answer over here in this section. So essentially, it's a matter of, all right, I've got a lot of stuff here in my cabinet and my pantry, in my refrigerator. I'm going to say, okay, bake a cake. And it's going to look over here and say, well, do I have the right ingredients to bake a cake? And if it does, It'll bring it over here. Think of this as your oven, maybe your air fryer, your grill, whatever. This is the prep area. This is where you use this ingredients to create something new. And you just have a chat section. It's got some suggested questions already in here, but you can ask it anything you want to ask it. But it's going to come over to the left-hand side and try to find the answer there. Now, once you've created something here, you can then save that as a note, and those notes come over here to the finished goods section. This is all my finished goods from Costa Rica that I have been collecting. But you've got some things that you can do as well. If you go in here to the report section, this is something new, Michael. I don't know if you've seen this lately or not.
I did see this.
So it's got a lot of reports that.
Oh, look at that travel itinerary.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. So it went over and looked at everything that I have in my ingredients cabinet, and based on that, it said, well, here's all the things I can do for you. That's pretty good. I might want all of these possibly, and I have done some of these, like this one, the travel itinerary. So I had it build for me a travel itinerary. It's using those references to build me a travel itinerary, and then what I did from there is just merely copied it. And then I went back over here and I pasted it as text. So it now is also a source. Here's that travel itinerary. It's over here now.
Huh, that's great.
Okay. What else can you do with this stuff? All right. One thing that I think is pretty cool. I love using mind maps. So I'm going to create a mind map real quick.
Oh, I haven't used the mind map yet.
I love mind maps.
Now, one of the things that I did is I started a mastermind group a couple of weeks ago, and I'm like, I've been in mastermind groups, I've facilitated mastermind groups, and I'm like, I want to make sure that I do this one right, because number one is for me, and it's also for the people that are in this exclusive mastermind group. So I went to YouTube and I searched for, how top 20 things I need to do a how to start a mastermind group to do these things, whatever, I forget. But anyway, I took all of those YouTube videos and I brought them into NotebookLM, and I just basically had it start creating stuff from those YouTube videos. So it's a great way to, instead of me watching whatever, 10 hours, 15 hours of YouTube, I literally just have NotebookLM go through all of that stuff, and then I just ask questions.
So I just did a mind map. If we click on mind map, what it's going to do is bring everything into this view here. Essentially, it's copied everything down. Everything is collapsible. So we start with the main idea here, and then that starts to expand into more ideas here, and then each one of those can expand even more, and each one of those potentially can expand even more. It's works like that. And if you were to click on any one of these, there's a whole lot of information behind that. So what's happened? Let's look at the national motto, for example. I'm just going to click on that.
Wow. I'm going to literally do this. I just clicked mind map right now on my NotebookLM. I might actually just run the mastermind from that mind map.
So there, it pulled all that information. So again, there's information behind here. It got that information and pulled all that information into the center section. Now I can have a conversation with this information if I like. And again, if I like what I see and I don't want it, because every time in this center section, the thing to note here, this center section is not permanent. It refreshes when you go away, it goes away as well, but I have the ability to save it by just merely saving it as a note. Yeah. And it comes over here and save it as a note. One thing that we're not going to do right now, but is really, really cool, you can create audio overviews. And what that's going to do is going to create a kind of a two-person podcast that's really, really cool, where they're discussing the information. It's kind of like, all right, we're going to do a podcast together. It's male and female doing the podcast, and they're going to be discussing the information that's over here. It's kind of like a book review kind of podcast is the way I would describe it.
Yeah. And the cool thing is you can actually, if you click the pencil, icon there, you can
Yeah.
actually give it. Oh wow! Look at that.
This
I
is
didn't
new
see.
too.
I didn't see
Yeah.
like the brief critique.
This is all new.
That's
This is
new.
pretty
That's
cool
been
stuff.
updated since the last
Yeah.
time I used it.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
always give it a little bit of information. Like I always say, do not reference the sources. Don't say the word source or sources, because I just want it to be a podcast
Yeah.
about, instead of saying, because sometimes they say, well, according to the sources. I don't want it to say according to the sources. I just want it to talk.
Sure. Yeah. So that's new. Before you only had one option, that was a deep dive, but now you've got some other options as well.
Wow,
And you can change the length.
Oh, it's
short.
a bait. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. You can also look. You can actually give it to me in Spanish or something.
Wow. Wow. There's a lot of languages in there.
Yeah. The other thing that's cool is this video overview. What that's going to do is take your information and create my experience is, based on what I've been working, is creating anywhere between a 5 and 10 minute explainer video where there's a text-based slide presentation with a voice overlay on top of it. And it does really, and they may have made some changes here. Let's see what we can do here. No, that's not they haven't made as many changes, but you can tell
it does have, you can change the language.
Change the language, and you can tell the AI host what to focus on. Okay. And the cool thing about this,
I did do that for the mastermind one, and I shared that video with the members of the mastermind group. So they're like, because a couple of them were never in a mastermind group before. So I'm like, here's information about what to expect in a mastermind group. So it's man, NotebookLM. I keep saying people are sleeping on this. This is such a powerful tool, and while I have the paid version, it's free. What you're looking at right here is what Stephen is showing you is the free version.
Yeah, this is free version. Yeah, yeah. And the main difference between free and paid is the number of sources that you can add. And here you've got a 50 as your that's the total number of sources that you can have. But in the paid version, you can add as many.
I got 300.
Yeah, you can add as many as 300. Yeah. And there's a limit on the number of notebooks in the free version. I think you can put up to like 500 different notebooks in the paid version as well. So 500 different notebooks, and each notebook allowing 300 different sources. So you got it's capable of quite a bit of information.
Yeah, it's definitely, I mean, when you first told me about NotebookLM, I'm like, what's that? And then every time you show me it, it's already improved. Like right now, I always thought that was a 50 limit, but I just checked on my paid version and it's a limit of 300.
Yeah.
So they keep updating the system too. So that's pretty amazing.
And you can, if people choose to share their notebooks, it comes out in here in the kind of the public domain area that you may read up on using somebody else. If I want the Science Fan's Guide to Visiting Somewhere. So you might want to read somebody else's notebook. That's pretty cool.
It looks like it might be Yellowstone.
There you go. There you go. Parenting advice for the digital age. That's pretty cool. What we're going to do is and we're running low on time, so I'm going to go create a new notebook here as an example, and we are going to look for the document that I just.
Oh, you're going to use the PDF that you just generated, the MVP file, PDF basically.
So there it is. It's here. It's breaking it down here. It summarizes here, so I can get a summary. If I want to jump to some keywords, I can click on, let's do pilot test. And it's going to bring over into here the information within that document discussing the pilot test program. There it goes. It's over here now. Now I can interact more with it if I choose to do so. This is good information. I like it. I'm going to give it a thumbs up here. And now just a demo, I'm going to save it as a note, and it comes over here as a note. And now it's forever over here, or as long as I want it to be over here. I always have the ability to delete something if I choose, but it is over here as a note. Okay. So what I typically do, and I've only got one document to demo, so it's not going to go not going to add a lot of different information, but I am going to go over here and create one report. And one report that I almost always do is this briefing doc. So I'm going to click on that, and it's going to generate that report.
I
One
also
document.
do like that briefing doc too.
Mm-hmm.
It's detailed, but it's also brief.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you have a ton of sources, it's I like it. And then a lot of times I save that as a source.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm going to do. And the reason I do that is basically it's compile all the information and put it into one document, and it's nice and neat and organized. And that helps when you go over here to create audio overview and video overview. It helps when you've got a document that over here that's already been organized. So it kind of makes that process go more effectively and efficiently as well. So here's what I typically do at this point. I'll go into it, and I will copy this, and because they changed this, you used to have a button down here at the bottom that said add to source, and you click that and it automatically come over. They don't have that anymore. They've given, for whatever reason, they decided they're going to give you another step. So I'm going to click that, and I'm just going to paste it over here. And what I'd like to do is anytime I create something new from this information over here, I always want it to rise to the top and be organized. So I'm just going to number it 0.0, and that way it will always be at the top of my ingredient list.
Now in the paid version, I can click on the three dots and click on convert to source.
Let's see if I can do that. No, you can't do it here. So that may be a difference. Another thing too that's new, Mike, I don't know if you noticed flashcards and quizzes.
I did see the flashcards and quiz, but I haven't used them yet.
Well, I will tell you, anybody that's prepping for a meeting or prepping for an interview, or maybe just prepping for anything they need to bone up on, I do this quite often when I'm getting ready to run these workshops. I will create information here because it helps me to prep for what I'm getting ready to get on stage and discuss. I think it's an absolutely fantastic tool.
You know,
and I use them.
Now that you say that, I'm thinking, we're helping middle management bring AI to their work so they don't lose their job, right? Mm-hmm. And like they could load all of their sources, even other videos and stuff like that about AI, or they can take all of the prompts and that we're doing and put all of the output in here, like we're doing here, like the PDF document. And then they could create flashcards and a quiz. So when they go and say, hey, boss, you know what? I think we should bring AI to the business here. I've been working with AI. I got some certifications. And then they already know, like, they know their stuff because they've tested with a quiz and all that kind of stuff. I haven't used the quiz or flashcards, but what you just said makes sense, and I should probably use it myself.
Yeah, I did it on the Costa Rica thing that I did it to try it, but I added more information, so I deleted what I had. So I can't demo it, but it was pretty cool. The quizzes, both the quizzes and the flashcards, were pretty cool. But now that I've added more information, I'm going to go through and recreate them again. But anyway,
wow,
Michael, I am at the end of what
yeah, we're actually almost at the end of the hour here. So, what else did you want to talk about here?
Well, again, the what I'm offering is $4,000 in free AI training. You can see it scrolling across the bottom of the screen now. And as a reminder, if you were to go into this, you're going to see, if I still have it somewhere. Yep, this is what you're going to see. It's there's no claim your scholarship now. It's absolutely free. You don't have to share any credit cards or anything like that. You'll just automatically just put your name, create an account with your name and your email address. And I will tell you this though, if you are a company, don't use your Google account. Don't use your Google. Use your actual company email domain, because you're going to get a lot more opportunities if you were to do from there. If you are if you are one person within a company, and if you come in and sign up using your company domain, that gives you the ability to share this same thing with everybody in your company who has the same email company domain. So there's a definite advantage to go in that route.
Yeah. I highly recommend this. I mean, also when you get in there, Stephen said you get, one of the bonuses was you get 30 days to the AI MBA, and, with 3,200 prompts, like that is so much worth it. And I would probably go in and start working that first in your first 30 days. But
Yeah, take advantage of that, is what I would do if I got 30 days for free. Then that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to take full advantage of that. I think if you start there, you're going to fall in love with it. You're probably going to buy the product. Everything that we do, though, has a certification behind it. So everything that you're learning here, we work on a learn, apply, improve mentality. So first you learn it, and then you apply it, because we don't want to teach. We don't want you to learn anything that you're not going to apply. It's pointless to learn things that you're not going to apply. So learn it, apply it, but then it's not enough to say, well, what do you know about AI? It's what can I actually prove that I know about AI? And the certification is just one way that you can prove the world that you know something about AI, and you're making strides to get skilled in that area.
Yeah. And I highly recommend that whoever is watching this, sign up and take advantage of this offer. I mean, it's free.
Why not?
It's free. The only thing it's going to cost you is your time. You can do this on a free ChatGPT version as well. You don't have to have the paid version. But if you are serious about being like an AI practitioner, you should probably get the paid version. It's only $20 a month. But if we're talking about saving your business and saving your job, and I mean, that's not the whole reason for this whole thing, but I know I talk about this a lot, but it is that important. It is that important. You have to kind of be an AI first person now. And if you're not thinking AI first, I don't know. You're at risk. Let's just say you're at risk.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Anything else, Stephen?
I just wanted to thank you for having me on, and I look forward. I think we're going to continue this program. I look forward to us getting together for the next session,
for
which
episode
is
3.
What? Let me look real quick to see what episode 3 is. I've already stopped sharing my screen, but is multi-channel launch plan.
Yes. So that's going to be great. We did the corporate strategy, so we have a great foundation. We have an MVP, so we can validate our idea, right? And then now we're going to do this multi-channel launch plan on episode 3 next time. So if you haven't seen episode 1, go back and watch that, then watch this. And if you want those prompts that we're doing, go to this link and sign up. It's free. Again, it's free.
Perfect. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it.
All right, everybody. Have a great, wonderful day.
Thank you. Take care, everyone.